I'm going to be talking to you today about our new multi-device inspection feature. This is a more technical video designed to give you all the ins and outs on how you're going to deploy this across your company. I've got three different devices here. I've got an iPhone 13 here on the left, I've got an iPad mini in the middle, and I've got a Galaxy S9 here on the right. Now they all look a little bit different because I'm using various mirroring apps to actually get them to display onto my computer screen. Okay, but now if you're going to use this for the very first time, a brand new feature, if you're going to really be in multi-device mode, I'm hitting settings in the upper right hand corner and I'm scrolling down to check the version of my app, 3.2.126 or higher. Okay, now if the inspection has been started on a older version, you can certainly resume that inspection, but to go back and forth and sync changes back and forth dynamically, then you're going to all want to be on the latest version of the app. Okay, so that's just keep that in mind. All right, so to do this, basically I'm going to start an inspection like normal. So I'm going to hit select property unit, and I'm doing this here on the iPhone 13 for starters, here on the left. And then I'm going to pick my property. I'm going to hit new inspection, and then I'm going to pick my template. I got a bunch of templates on my account. It's kind of for testing here, but I'll hit move out. All right, and now I'm here in this inspection and doing this like normal, can do my inspection. Okay, now I kind of pick up the iPad mini, works the same way. Here I can hit select a property unit, I can hit zero superstreet, I can hit new inspection, I hit move out. All right, and now you can see we're getting this warning. It says that means that inspection has been started. This specific inspection has been started within the last 30 days. Now you can resume any old inspection, and you can do that as well. But if it's only within the last 30 days, are we going to automatically populate that here? If it's more than 30 days old, you're going to need to go to timeline on the mobile app and resume it from there. And I'm going to show you that here in the next step as well. But most of the time here, you're going to start this inspection and we're like, you've got a recent one here. Let's just hit collaborate and work together to get this inspection finished. Now you may have some unique use case where you're each filling out the same inspection template, maybe like something else and one hasn't completed, like a violation document or something else. You can always just hit cancel, and then if you do a long press on the template, you will start your own. You will not be in collaboration mode, and you will start a new fresh one. Okay, so you've got either one of those options. But I think for the most part, within the last 30 days, if you've got a pending inspection on that property, the same type, you're just going to go ahead and collaborate, and I'm now right back in here. Okay, now if you see this little icon at the top, when you see that, then you're going to know that you are in multi-device inspection mode. Now, the initial device, it may take 1 to 2 minutes or something like that to actually show up the first time that I'm in multi-device mode. We're trying to limit how much internet data that we're using. But once we detect it, then we're going to sync about every 15 seconds and all your changes are going to go back and forth. Okay. Now, if I scroll down to the very bottom, you can see there the list of users and devices and the last time they contributed anything, and you can see all that right there. You can have an unlimited number of additional devices. Okay, so here I'm just going to basically tap kitchen on my iPhone, mark that all satisfactory. I'm going to type dining room on my iPad and mark that all satisfactory. And you kind of get the idea is that, again, this is going to be take about 15 seconds to all go back and forth. A little timing of it may be a little bit different depending on which one's updated and how that actually kind of propagates through, but that will all propagate through. Okay, now, if I want to use another device, okay, again, let's have my Galaxy S9 over here on the right, I could, in this example, just go through the same way. I could select property unit, tap inspections new, pick the same template because within the last 30 days, I'll just go and resume it. But I want to show you the other method here. And so I'm going to scroll down to where it says timeline history. And that's where you can see all your inspection history right there. And so anytime you see the little red clock inspection in progress icon, that's where you can resume any inspection right there. And so I can tap right there and the same type of thing says, would you like to collaborate? I say yes. boom, I'm right there in collaboration mode, okay? And so now I've actually got all three of these devices. They're all in sync. You can see kitchen and dining room. That's all kind of matched across the board. And now I could fill in data on any one of these devices. It's all going to go back and forth, okay? All right, now let's go through some use cases. Let's say you're inspecting a really big home and you're just doing the exterior of the property. Or maybe you have kind of one person doing all of your 360 images or whatever that may be. Okay, so you can do all that. And then when you're done with your portion of it, at the very bottom of the screen down here, that's where you're just going to hit I'm done down below. Okay, and the idea is that I'm done with my portion. Okay, now at the very bottom of the inspection screen, we're going to show you all the users that have collaborated. Okay, now again, this is all going to take about 15 seconds to all sync through, but you can see there is that now that this user marked themselves as I'm done, then I've got that green check mark that I'm done. Now, ideally, the other users who you were collaborating with would say, I'm done, I'm done, I'm done, and that would be fine. And then you would know everyone was finished, okay? And then you'd be able to kind of proceed and sign. But there might be some cases where someone lost their device, or again, someone was on vacation, or someone, whatever that may be, okay? So in this example here, I've got another pending device that's not been finished, okay? And these changes, they're all going to kind of sync back over here. So you can see all those green check marks. These are all syncing over here. But the idea is, let's say I'm finished with the inspection. I know that it's done, even though that this Samsung user there didn't mark themselves as I'm done. I know it's finished. I can review it. I've got all my standard checks. I got my green check mark in every area. I'm completed. So I'm going to go through and just hit proceed in the bottom right, and then proceed to sign this inspection. Now, if every other collaborator has marked it off as I'm done and given you a green check mark, we would not have prompted you. We would have just proceeded. You've gone right to the signature page. But in this case, we're telling you, hey, there's at least one other device that may have some data that's pending and they've marked themselves as I'm done. And so you may or may not want to wait for that depending on kind of your situation. But in this case here, I know that they're gone on vacation, or they left the company, or they lost a device, or whatever that may be. And so I'm just going to hit move forward anyways and proceed to the signature page. I'm going to scroll all the way down. I'm going to inspect my inspector signature. Okay, I'm going to sign it, test, and then I'm going to, at the very bottom of the screen, I'm going to hit submit and sign it. Okay, now the idea though is that, yeah, this other user still has here their pending inspection, but on the next sync they said, hey, someone has actually finished that inspection already. So they get an alert that says this inspection has been submitted, and it's going to be automatically closed. So it's automatically closed and removed from their device. Now, similarly, here on this iPhone 13, okay, they have an inspection in progress. Now they're going to eventually sync as well, and it's going to, what happens on their next sync is it's going to remove that inspection in progress. Now, importantly, if the inspection hadn't been finished, they could have actually gone back in, even then they said I'm done. They could go back in and join, but once it's signed, it disappears, it's gone, it's submitted, signed, and then inspection is going to be routed out throughout the rules of your company, whether it's sent to you via email, a copy in Z Inspector, uploaded to your accounting software, or whatever that may be. Okay, so that is how this new multi-device inspection mode works, and we're looking forward to your feedback on it. If there's anything we can do to help you, just let us know. We're here to help. Take care.